How's it going here, future voters of Sean Gannon, future president of the United States of America? And I got 3 Fiskars Axes here that I've owned for many years, and I wanted to tell you why I have each one and if it's the right one for you. Obviously, I like all 3, but I'm going to show you, well, where I use each one of these and how often, okay? So the first thing I'm going to start with is actually the axe I use the least. This is Fiskars Hatchet. It's the X7. I've had this for a couple years now. Has a nice little plastic sheath, not the best, but it works. Comes off, as you can see there. Pretty good hatchet, nice chopping motion. Or blade there, and I'll show some of that now. Pretty easy splitting. But this one I got, I thought I would use it more for kindling, and that was the goal, and it works well for that. But then I realized it was not that much harder for what I use for my wood stove. I live in a neighborhood, so it's not like I live out in the woods. I'm just carrying this on my belt. I ended up just using my normal large axe for more kindling just because it was always there. So I actually ended up leaving this in my truck. So I always leave this in my truck, and it's been great for camping, and I've used it many times going camping and just having it around. I used to bring all my axes camping, and that was just overkill for what I actually used it for. I'm sure some backwoods YouTubers will show why each one's the best, but I use this mostly for camping, but it's great for kindling. And if you're just looking for making small little things, can't go wrong. It's pretty sharp. I've only sharpened it I think once. I'm sure I should sharpen it more, but it worked for me. So this is a great little hatchet. There, I'll put a link in the description for it, for all these stuff. It's a little affiliate link, so if you like it, use that link. Help support the channel. Don't forget to subscribe as well. All right, so this is it's a great little hatchet there. So if you're looking for a good hatchet, it's been solid. It can go a long time. It doesn't really vibrate too much. It's been a solid handle. And the next one I'll talk about is why I like Fiskars. Okay. This one was the first one I bought. It's their X27. All right. It's a pretty long one. It's longer than my arm. I think it was the biggest one I could get. And I'm assuming 27 stands for 27 inches. So let's go measure. And no, it's 36 inches. So it's a 3-foot axe from tail tip there. It comes with this pretty nice plastic handle. Again, more plastic stuff, but you can hold it there, which is nice. Has a little locking mechanism from there. So you flip that, pop it right out. And like I said, this was the first actual axe that I got of the 3 here. And I use this a lot. This was what I use the most. And I wasn't the best axe chopper when I first started. It's the practice makes perfect kind of thing. And this one's actually been very beneficial because the first, while I was splitting wood with an axe, I would overshoot a lot right here. And I'd hit the wood, I'd miss. Embarrassed to say so, but it happens to a lot of people. And so in doing so, in a lot of axes, you could really break that axe. You break the wood, pops off. This one has survived. How many times I have, hit it right there and it popped, it's been fine. I've used it some for, hammering the back. I don't recommend that. It's not my favorite thing to do. But this is a solid axe. I used it for many years with my Maul and sledgehammer. To get the bigger ones if I really needed to. This has been perfect. It's great. It's like your jack of all trades, best all around. If you're gonna get one axe, this is the one I would say. It's great. It's not too heavy. Has a nice sliding motion. It's great. I usually wear gloves when I split as well. But yeah, you can get a lot of kindling actually with this. So I am now using this mostly for kindling. I will use it. I'll show you now. It's like splitting it down, and it can really make small little pieces. It's a nice thin wedge, if you can see there, not too bad. Stays sharp for a long time. Again, very solid just axe there. Pretty straight handle. I like it. All right, let me put the cover back on. I want to chip it. And we'll go to the last one. And this one I actually was I think it's the second one I bought. And I ended up using this one the most. It's the Fiskars IsoCore. It's an 8-pound maul on it right there. You can see it big, has a little sledgehammer thing. I don't think maybe a few times I've hit the back to drive something in, but I rarely need to. It's a very sharp blade, but as you can see, it really tapers out, but it's a big, heavy blade. Now, I actually use this for pretty much every splitting job that I do. I know it's not really conventional, because if you have smaller logs, and I'll show you how it splits, it's really made for the bigger stuff. Like, you really get a lot of power in going. And again, this one's also, it's the same length as the other one, so it's 3 feet as well. It's a more solid handle. It's not hollow in the middle, as you can see. The other one, you can see, is much lighter. It has a hollow handle, if you can see that in there. Hollow tube, where this one's more solid. It is a much heavier axe. And over the years, as I've grown in my splitting abilities, I've realized you don't need to really do a full swing every single time. Like, once you get it down, I can go much longer, I can split longer if I do just the bare minimum to split the wood that I need right there. And so this one allows me not to really do a full swing. I just kind of bring it up and then let it drop, let the whole weight of the axe do it, and drop down. As you can see with this one, I didn't really have to do a full swing. It was just nice, just up here, down, and let the weight of the Fiskars Maul axe splitting wedge do the trick. Now, I would say though, it is heavy. 8 pounds over a while does tire you out, and if you're not as big of a person, I wouldn't say I'm like super strong or anything like that. If you know that weight can get a while if you're not as big of a person. I know I'm 6'3". It's not too bad. I can pretty split this for a while, but my wife likes the other one. It's just lighter. You generally have more control with it, but if you have the strength and stamina, this one I use for like 90% of my splitting. And if I were to pick one of the three from now for me to just keep and use, I would just use this one. This is my favorite one now, and I have done kindling with it. It's more difficult because moving that 8 pound, as you see, I'm gonna rest on my knee here. Removing the 8-pound maul is kind of a lot for just kindling stuff that I use for our fire place, or wood stove, sorry. But yeah, it has a nice little rubber grip here. And it's been great. It's my trusty one. Again, I haven't had to sharpen it that often. I probably should sharpen it more than I do, but it's been solid. It's been great. So I hope this helps you determine the different types of Fiskars, axes that are out there. Again, all the links I'll put in the description there. Hopefully it helps you. I don't want to really sell out too much of different things, but these are the main axes that I personally own. That's why I want to make a video on them. That I think, you can't go wrong with either one. So if you already have one, I think all three are a great gambit to have. Your wood chopping skills and what you want to do. And it's a great gift for somebody if they already have one of them, because each one does serve a little different purpose, like most tools. And so, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I really love my Fiskars. I know it's not your standard wood axe right there, but it's been great for me. So thank you for watching, one, and make sure to vote Gannon, because, you know, I'd vote for you if you were running. Anyway, this is Sean Gannon, signing off.